As a young man, I never intended to be a writer, and wasn't even a reader. When I could read with my eyes, as you are doing within the pages of this book, or on the screen of an electronic device, I don't know that I've ever read a whole book cover to cover. My pursuits were much more focused in the arena of athletics as opposed to academics. After losing my sight in my 20s and living the last 30 years as a blind person, I have averaged reading a book a day thanks to audiobooks and high-speed digital players. Becoming a reader made it possible for me to become a writer and has opened so many other doors in my world. I'm hopeful and expectant that this book will do the same for you. Having read thousands of books, I realize some books are entertaining, others are informational, and a few are literally transformational. I am dedicated to the proposition that this book and the act of infusing optimism into your life will become transformational for you and everyone around you. To this end, any time the message of this book seems distant or hard to apply in your life, you can contact me directly at jim@jimstovall.com. For over 20 years, I have written a syndicated weekly column known as Winner's Wisdom, which appears in countless newspapers, magazines, and online publications all around the globe. When you send me your questions or challenges via email, feel free to request the weekly Winner's Wisdom column, and it will be sent to you every Thursday at no charge as my ongoing commitment to your journey of optimism. For several years, I have done a weekly national radio show every Monday. I also do a local radio program in my hometown, which is hosted by my friend and colleague, Pat Campbell. Pat is fond of saying, "He who controls the definitions controls the debate." I believe this is true in world politics, late-breaking news events, and how you and I structure our lives as we move toward success. I have reviewed a number of dictionaries, and among the most common definitions of optimism is a predisposition or tendency to look on the more favorable side of events or conditions. If you study a bit deeper into the definitions and origins of the terms predisposition and tendency, you will find that in the modern vernacular these terms denote something that is already set in place or prearranged. While elements of your physical self, such as being tall or having blue eyes or being left-handed, may be predetermined by genetics, I maintain and am committed to the concept throughout this book that whether you are an optimist or a pessimist is totally in your control and may well be the most important decision you will ever make in your personal or professional life. I have written over 40 books to date and have been a part of 7 of them thus far becoming movies. I have written over 1,000 columns, made countless speeches for millions of people, and have appeared on a myriad of TV and radio shows discussing all manner of topics. I firmly believe that the journey of exploration you and I are taking within this book to explore optimism and how it impacts us may well be the most important topic I have ever tackled. As a blind person myself, I have a keen understanding of the concept that bad things can happen to good people. As I tell my audiences when I speak, however, my blindness is no more or less significant than someone else's divorce, bankruptcy, illness, or unemployment. We are all only as big as the smallest thing it takes to divert us from our higher calling and destiny. Many pessimists do not even believe in the concept of optimism, much less their own ability to convert to a better way of thinking and living. But just as if they didn't believe in gravity, it still exists and influences every element of their lives every day. Sometimes those who do not believe in optimism can come to an understanding of its existence by recognizing and understanding the power of pessimism. Often the best way to understand the impact of light is to recognize and experience darkness.